Hey guys, Carla here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna be cash stuffing our paycheck number 2 for the month of July, and I'm actually gonna be on time right now. There's only that one incident that I didn't make it in time as far as putting up these cash stuffing videos, but we're filming on time. We are good. Let's go ahead and start with my wallet right now, which is this little Ziploc thing right here. It's getting a little bit dirty. I think I could scrub these off with a scrubber, of course, but I will tell you guys, I did use a lot of our money this week, and there's not quite a lot left in here to do anything with. Like, as you guys can see, we have like $20 left in our rollover and some money here and there, like for the savings challenges. So let's go ahead and empty these out. Let's start with Amelia. This one has $5, so I'm gonna set that aside. And then Carla has $5 as well. I'm gonna leave that aside as well. And then food has a couple of dollars. Doesn't have much, but we have $1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $7. So as you guys know, that will go to my savings challenges later, because I spent my hot cash for Hot Topic, and we also went out and ate a little bit. Well, mostly McDonald's. We got a bunch of McDonald's last week just because we were doing so good with meal planning, and we honestly got tired of eating at home, but we didn't want to spend money at like a restaurant, so we went on like a burger spree. Like, we were craving burger, my sister and I, so we just got a burger almost every day. But that's last week. We're gonna be good this coming up week, so let's go ahead and stuff these. Miscellaneous will get $10. That's just any miscellaneous items like dishwashing soap, which I actually had to buy, or laundry detergent that also I had to buy. This one is torn up, but it's all right. It'll be all right. Food will be getting $100. I will stuff it with a 50, 2 20s, and a 10, just to kind of break it up. So let's double check. We have 50, 70, 90, 100. Okay, so we are good with that. And I don't know if you guys actually know this, but I was looking for a part-time, right? I think I was discussing this last time. I applied on the 3rd of July and I heard back today. Well, I actually had an interview. I had an interview like 2 days ago, like a virtual interview, and today they let me know that I did get the job. So it's a part-time job. It's, I don't know the hours yet. I don't start till the end of the month, so I have a few days to prepare myself mentally, maybe physically too. So for me, I'm putting 25. So I'm not quite sure how many hours I'll get. It'll probably range from 10 to 40. I don't know. We will see, but I'm not gonna put Mia to daycare yet. Hopefully they can be flexible with me with that, and I can only work nights if that happens, because my husband's schedule is from 7 to 3. Mia's gonna get 25 as well. So hopefully they work with me for a little bit until I can figure out if putting her to daycare will be worth it. And you know, if not, if I only get a few hours a week, then we wouldn't have to put her to daycare, you know. But I'm hoping that they will work with me for now. But I'll let them know that when it comes to my orientation, which I still don't know because right now I'm going through the background check, but I haven't worked since last year, so hopefully it'll be good. But that was it for my envelopes. I just wanted to update you guys. I know I was rambling for a little bit. I just stuffed the money that I need for the week, and then the next thing we're gonna do is stuff our sinking funds, which is my purple binder. So you guys have been liking these binders. It's really, really cute. It's just I don't like how it flaps at the top at the very beginning, but it'll go away. Miha, which is my baby's savings account, will get $10. She always gets 10 usually every week. So I have a 1K slip right here, and then $10. If I were to get like 30 hours to like more, we'll definitely put her to daycare, and I will actually have to do something about my shop. Like, Patreon is probably not going to go anywhere. My shop is something that's, you know, not as doing great as it was. Like, all of a sudden it just went downhill in like a month's time. Like May was good, then June was terrible. So I know it's because of the inflation, and I'm not gonna take my shop down. That's not my plan. I've discussed this in my vlog before. I was just gonna have a set monthly budget kits for the whole year, and like I'll probably keep that for a couple of years, and then you guys can purchase it if you guys really like my setup. But it's gonna be the same pattern every year, like the same pattern for January for a couple of years, and then maybe I'll change it up just so the workload is less and I can still keep up with work and Mia and all the other things that I want to do. So that's just my plan. It's not going anywhere. But yes, we have 1,000 there, and I added the 10, so we have 100, 2, 300, 10, 20, 30. So she has 1330 in the bank. And I do have trackers in these that I update at the end of the video, which is this one. I do have my black ones now, the black and white trackers. So if you guys have been wanting those, they are available in the shop. So I think I'm just gonna take off a lot of like extra stuff in the shop that doesn't get sold, and we'll just try to keep my shop at a minimum and just a set amount of stickers that I can easily cut and keep up with. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. But I'm not gonna take off the budgeting kits because I know some people really like the style that I have. And if it so happens that people prefer not to have repeating patterns and eventually it just doesn't make the sales, then I'll probably close the shop. I'm just not gonna close it right now, you know, but we will see. But here we have 100, 10, and 20 in our medical, which I'm glad that it kind of got outside of that $100 mark. So yes, 120, and then gifts will get a 10. But Patreon, I've been really enjoying making this stuff for Patreon, so I don't really want to remove that quite yet. And it honestly like makes me so happy when you guys use them or show them to me, and when I draw them and come up with these themes every month. Now that we're going more fan art like type or themed monthly rewards, I'm enjoying them a little bit more than usual. So gifts has 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. So yeah, Patreon, if you want to just support me, you can just support me through there. I do have like a tip jar tier that it's just $3 a month. So Christmas will be getting 10. So we have 100, 200, 300, 10, and 20 for Christmas. And then family will be getting 10 as well. I was thinking about making a cash envelope for moving out, but I'm just gonna focus on these sinking funds, and I'm just going to use our emergency fund for moving out, just because I feel like it's pretty late to be thinking about that now. I think especially if I don't know my income quite yet, so we don't really have a lot of wiggle room, but we do have emergency fund. I'll definitely play it by ear, but for right now I'm not going to make it a cash envelope for moving. It shouldn't be more than 100, maybe 150 for moving, like the truck, like anything else that we would need. Oh, and the deposit. So I actually have to think about deposits too, but we don't actually know what we're doing because we're moving in November, so that's what I'm thinking about. But here in family we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 110. I feel like I just have a lot of updates to talk to you guys about, so I keep pausing. I'm sorry if you guys are irritated by that. I'm just so excited about the new job. I feel like hopefully if they give me enough hours, it would just set us in the green instead of like trying to catch up. Because of the slowing down of my shop, it's been rough and I've been overthinking quite a bit. Actually, car maintenance is gonna get $20 because I'm trying to rush this. But here we have, let me get, instead of 2 10s, let me get a 20, because I don't know if that's how I set it up on my cash breakdown card, which I had a question like how I set up my cash breakdown card. So this is what it looks like. It's part of my notepad. So here is the amount, $639. So there's 3 100s, 150, 27s, 9 $10 bills, 9 $5 bills, 14 $1 bills. And how I got that is I just go through my expenses up to my savings challenges Right here, I go down on a line and see how much 100s I need, how much 20s I need, and then these right here are deposits, so that's not cash, so I'm not taking cash like that. And then I go through all of that. So I hope that's a little bit more clear. But if anybody is wondering, I learned how I do my cash breakdown cards from Alyssa Herbert. She's the one I first watched as like a cash stuffer or a budgeter, and she explained it really well with a sticky note. So if you're wondering, that's the person that I got it from. Car maintenance has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, so 910, 920. So we have $80 more until this one is capped for now, until I focus on the medical. I want medical to be a little bit more buffed, and then I'll go back to stuffing my car maintenance. But I'm also struggling with, like, I'm stressed. I'm not gonna say struggling. I'm stressed about how I'm gonna go to work. I'm just stressed, like, as far as transportation, because before, when I worked at CVS, I had a moped, and we thought about getting me another moped, but we're just thinking about other alternatives that I can do, because I'm also thinking about Mia, like transportation for her, because usually my husband's the one that's driving us back and forth, and if she goes to daycare, you know, he'll drop her off and pick her up because it's on the way to his work anyways. And we have my mother-in-law to help as well. It's just, it's not permanent, and with how schedules fluctuate, like, we can't really rely on that plan solely, because I think next year my mother-in-law and father-in-law are actually gonna be retiring, so they want to travel, and so we won't be able to rely on them as much as far as transportation. So I'm trying to think about ways for me to be able to drive and help with that, because I can drive. Well, legally I'm blind, so I'm not really able to drive, but because I'm albino, so albinos actually can drive if they have the specific gadgets like glasses to drive, but it looks like a little telescope on your glasses, but it's not 100% helpful. It is helpful. It allows us to obtain a driver's license, an actual driver's license if we have that, but our vision is still pretty impaired, so it's just stressful. So I'm trying to be safe about things, and while trying to be a functional family here in the US. So because everything here, I live in Georgia, everything here is driving, and where I came from is the Philippines, where I could just take public transportations all day. I usually walk to my school, walk to the destinations I need to go to, but here that's just not working. But rent is getting $127. We have $125, $6, and $7. So it's just a constant dilemma of mine. It's what we always end up having trouble with, is transportation for me. And when we have a, you know, when Mia gets bigger, going to school, it'll be a lot worse. She has like stuff that she wants to do, like sports when she's in school, hang out with friends, like usually parents help out with those, driving them around. Electric will get $40. So I'm actually looking at two options. One is golf cart. So that one is a little bit easier to do because I don't have to obtain any license, and it is legal to drive except for the interstate, which I don't plan to go to the interstate anyways. The only thing is, we're gonna ask a policeman that we know, that our friend, if here in Georgia, if we put a car seat in a you know, golf cart, which, you know, it's 20 miles, sometimes 30 miles, like, people are gonna hate me because I'll be driving super slow, and eventually she won't need that car seat anymore. I can drive her to places, I can drive myself to work. The only thing is, I'm scared that it's gonna get stolen, and of course safety issues for Mia. So that's one thing. And also when it gets cold, it's gonna get really cold, like it's gonna be hard to drive, but I'm gonna bundle myself up. I would drive my moped cold, like even just for me. I'm not gonna put Mia there. Only in an instance that it's an emergency will I have Mia there, or when we're probably chilling. I will have to know the legal side of it, because we actually, let me pause this. If you want to skip, I'll put the timestamp where I'm gonna go back to cash stuffing. But let me pause cash stuffing for a little bit. But we actually visited our friend Andrea and Ethan, and they live in Peachtree City here in Georgia, and there's a golf course everywhere, and everybody has a golf cart. They use it for transportation. They don't even use their cars anymore. They have like tunnels for it to go to like Target, Costco. There's even parking spots for the golf carts because of how common it is there. We even saw a couple of ladies that have car seats on them and have their baby in their golf carts, and that was fine in that city. So we're still in the same state, but it just gave me an idea that I could be doing that for Mia. I could, you know, take us places, you know, not be locked up in here all the time when it's just me and her. And, you know, I can help out with certain errands instead of waiting for my husband, so I could be more mobile, a little bit more independent. It's not that bad. So that's why I thought about that, and I thought I could even have that here, because where I live there's no golf courses or anything, but there's always a 2-lane way, and like I said, people are just gonna hate me because I'm so slow because it's a golf cart. But I'll be mobile, and I can continue on with my life without struggling so much as far as being an adult and being a mom. Other option is a smart car, those small smart cars, but with that I still need to obtain a license, so that one is a little bit more questionable. But it makes me the most excited about things because it's like personally having a car, and I could still put a car seat there, and it's not advised, but it's also not illegal to have a car seat in the front. It's only a 2-seater, so you can't have, you know, a thing in the back. It only has that trunk, and I would only drive that to places that we really need to go. And I think that's more of like a futuristic option when we get a little bit more money. I'm not sure how much the prices are with golf carts and a smart car. So those are our 2 options when it comes to this conundrum of ours, because this transportation issue has been with us ever since my husband and I have started dating. He had to take me everywhere. He's my personal chauffeur everywhere. I'm telling you guys, like everywhere. And when I met him, I was working at a hotel that I have to be there at 4 in the morning, and he would take me there and pick me up. So he has been the very best, and I just need us to be a little bit more functional and a little bit more independent, especially with Mia growing up. So that's why I'm looking at these options. So if you have any idea or suggestions with these, if you have anything negative to say, just keep it to yourself, because I will be deleting it, because you guys have no idea how much we've struggled with this. And I know some of you guys are voicing it out of concern. I will not do anything that would harm my baby and that would be detrimental to us, and I'm always in the interest of like being safe as well as functional when it comes to our household, because my husband and I have to be both working with this economy. We have to be both working for jobs and taking Mia to school, and we can't rely on a lot of people when it comes to something like that. We only have each other, and so I'm trying to make do of what the situation is, and that situation is I'm blind, I can't see, it's hard to drive, and that's it. But let's go ahead and resume to cash stuffing. Wi-Fi will be getting 30, which is usually the amount that it gets. And I know I just got the job and I'm already thinking so far ahead, but I have been thinking about these already. Like, it's in my thoughts, like how will Mia grow up, how will she want to do activities she wants to. We opted to maybe move into a bigger city, but that's not an option for us anymore. For insurance, we'll get 27. Well, it's not an option right now. I don't see it happening, but insurance will have 25, 6, and 7. I'm just thinking ahead. I'm a planner and I want to be prepared for things that life will throw me, and that's why I'm letting you guys know, so I can gather some more information as far as what I can do. My phone will get a $20 bill, but when I was driving the moped, I didn't have any accidents or anything. Like, I could see very well, because my problem was not only like being nearsighted, it's mostly depth perception. I tried driving a car before. I could just not measure how big the car is when it comes to turning, when it comes to anything, and my eyes kind of lag when it comes to traffic. Like, I don't see something until the last minute. So in a car, that's what I'm saying, in a car. But in my moped, I could see everything a lot better because, you know, nothing's in front of me that's inhibiting me. But then again, there's also the safety issue. Subscriptions will get a 7, and I only use my moped for when I really need it, which is work and some errands like bank. Sometimes I use it to go shop for small things, and it wasn't so bad. So I think a golf cart wouldn't be too bad for right now, or maybe go ahead and go with a smart car. Gas will be getting 35. Gas has been ridiculous. So we have 20, 30, and 5. So this might be a longer stuffing because of all my ramblings, but yes, I did get the job, and I don't know how many hours they'll give me. It's not full time, so we will see if Mia actually goes to daycare. Diaper will get 24, and just trying to make it work. We have 21, 2, 3, and 4. You guys are probably thinking, like, who's gonna leave and like a negative comment? I get the most ridiculous comments, like, oh, why would you do that? Like, they just don't understand sometimes, and it's harder for other people to understand situations that they're not in. I get that, but if I see that negative comment that doesn't sit well with me, instead of responding, or maybe I will, but I'll try not to. I'll just delete the comment and block you, because that's what I've been doing. It's for my peace of mind. And I know if you don't like what I'm doing, you can just scroll on away. Like, I'm gonna refer to a police guy first, several police people, before I even attempt any of these. And of course, I'm still gonna go through a driver's license if I'm doing the smart car route. But here, emergency fund, we're getting 100 here because my husband worked so well. He worked on Independence Day or 4th of July, and he got double pay for that. So we were able to put in, because usually we put in $30, but we were able to put in 100. So we have 1, 20, and 30 in our emergency fund, and that's going to be the same for debt payment for our debt snowball. So we're going to be putting 100, which is amazing. We have 1, 20, and 30 for debt, and I think August would be better if I start working and not have to pay for daycare quite yet. She's still on the waiting list, but here the waiting list is pretty long, so it's good because I don't know if I'm actually gonna be able to pay for daycare if I don't have a lot of hours quite yet. But I'm taking the stuff that was left over from our like weekly spending, and then there's some extra here too, and that will go to the $1 savings challenge. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 $1 bills extra. So that's like a whole row, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 for our $1 savings challenge. So this one is catching up really quick because, again, $1 is pretty easy to accumulate when there's extra. So here we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $36 for our $1 savings challenge. It's pretty exciting. It's not halfway there, but that's still pretty impressive. Oh gosh. And then this one's getting thick, so I might actually switch this out sooner than later. $5 savings challenge will be getting this one, which is $15, and then an extra $10. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So that's 5 $5 bills that we can add here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And what I use my challenges for is for adventures like traveling and stuff. That's what I use for, because I don't have a traveling envelope, and this just lets us have that luxury of traveling or having fun with families. We have 100, 200, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and 60. Pretty close to 300, not 400, 300. And this is a $500 goal. And then the last one, which is the one we just started doing, is the $20 savings challenge. This is also for traveling, but hopefully Philippines. So we are going to be able to put away 3 because of that extra. So we have 20, 40, and 60. We're putting 3 here, which completes this row. That's so exciting. This one is a goal of $2,000. So it's a little bit more than, you know, the other ones. But here we have 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, and 200. So we already have 200 in here. So I guess every row is 200 and there's 10 rows. So that makes sense. But that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching and for supporting me. Just watching this video means so much. And even if I have to put my shop in a little bit of a back burner, I really appreciate everyone that has supported me there and has encouraged me to keep going. And anyone who has supported me on Patreon, thank you so much. I just got a couple of new Patreons, so that helps out a lot. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you on my next video. Bye.